Hey guys, it's real cool. I'm here today with Blake Bisbee in beautiful Cabo San Lucas at the Bisbees Black and Blue. Blake, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I started off once I turned 18. We were allowed to participate and work with the family down here for the Black and Blue tournament. So I've been coming every year since 2009.
Awesome.
I missed 2 years when starting out work and everything, but consistently always here.
That's awesome. What's one of your favorite parts about this tournament?
Oh, it's seeing everyone that you've known forever. A lot of the guys that heck I met when I was 4 or 5 years old, up to new friends. It's a big coming together of old friends and family, and hearing stories about Grandpa when he was younger, and Dad too.
Oh, that's awesome. So family affairs.
It's a total family affair. Yeah.
Awesome. What's something that makes this tournament so special to you besides seeing old friends?
I would say the family component of it. For as big of an operation as it is, you got my Aunt Trisha, Dad, sisters, cousin Carrie running around, and just always feeling at home here. We get welcomed, and Joserio Mercado, he is our kind of diplomat here in Mexico, and they keep us going. So.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. And big fish and big checks.
Oh, that's the best part. That's the best part. For the viewers at home that don't know what the Bisbees Black and Blue is, do you want to explain that to them?
So, am I looking at you or him?
You can either or.
So Grandpa started it 43 years ago out of Newport Beach, California. Just him and some buddies sitting around. Let's go catch some fish and who can win some money. And from there, every year, it's just built more and more. This tournament, Black and Blue specifically, is Black and Blue Marlin. East Cape LCO, we have tuna dorado as well. But mainly the guys come down here. This is the Super Bowl of fishing tournament. So everyone's out looking for a slammer and a fat check. So
yeah,
we hope we give it to them every year.
Yeah. So how do you think that in the last 43 years, this has grown to be the tournament that it is today, with one of the biggest, if not the biggest, payouts in all fishing tournaments?
I think it was just a reputation that caught on. Cabo is known for killer fishing. It's been a go-to place for that, between Dad and Aunt Trisha. Sponsorships, this and that, growing the name, trying to catch younger crowd, older crowd, guys from the East Coast, international, wherever they come from. It's just
an event for everyone.
An event for everyone.
Yeah.
It really is.
So, considering you started in 2009, I've heard something a little bit bigger than that might have also happened in 2009.
Yeah, so 2009 was our biggest check that we awarded. It was $3.9 million
Wow.
to that company. And what's kind of ironic with this year is a storm came through in 2009. I think it was Rick. And we had to do registration, set up, last minute, tear down, kind of like what we've been doing for this year. We flew in on the 14th. We saw a system building down off mainland Mexico, kind of watching it going, oh no, is it going to form? And then next thing you know, it got named, and the track was just straight up through Cabo, and then that's where it got wishy-washy. One of it showed Pacific side, one of it showed into mainland, and it came right over the top of us. Luckily, not at the speed that we were expecting, but a lot of guys bugged out, went La Paz, which ended up getting a lot of damage compared to here, and then other guys that went north up the Pacific. Now they're trying to make their way back, but it's choppy water, and they're not running full speed back. So
yeah. So tell me, with the storm that just hit this past weekend, what are you guys having to do to get ready for registration and getting this tournament going?
So now it's just kind of logistics against us. With the airport being shut down, the marina being shut down, fuel dock being taken out. The safest bet we could do with the definitive date was to cancel LCO last week, the Los Cabos last week, and push it to this week and overlap it on top of the black and blue. And you know, everyone has the option if they want to fish one or the other or fish both.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, it would make sense to fish both because you know, you catch an 800, 900 pound marlin or a nice qualifying marlin, you could potentially take the awards for both.
Oh, wow.
So that would be the safe bet to do.
Yeah. So with bringing both tournaments together, what does that mean for the pot?
In a perfect world, without the storm, it would jump up. But considering the situation with the storm and everything, and having about half for LCO, half for black and blue, we can hope for a few $1 million. But last year, since we broke the $11 million mark up for grabs, the plan was to break that record this year. So now we'll just push it to next year.
Oh, well, the amount of money in this sport is actually crazy to me. Tell me a little bit about y'all's conservation efforts.
So the conservation fund started in 2012. It kind of, I think what sparked it a little bit is down here, any fish that gets weighed gets automatically, once it's done being weighed, it gets divvied up and it goes to feeding Los Cabos, the orphanages, the senior citizen homes. 1 pound of fish provides 2.5 meals. So you start doing the math, it's hundreds of thousands of meals that get provided. And then we branched into the rhino conservation in South Africa. There was a issue of rhino poachers, elephant poachers, animal poachers in general. So we sponsored and teamed up with Inkwe Wildlife Security Services, and they ran a private security company that protected private game reserves in South Africa itself with armed field rangers.
Oh, wow.
And then from that, we have a billfish tagging program. We have a green scholarship program down here that puts kids that can't afford college through college.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, it's a lot that we can give back as much as we can to the community.
Yeah, it sounds like y'all are doing really great things down here in Los Cabos. How can people at home support those endeavors?
They can go on social media, on the internet. It's bisbeesfishandwildlife.com. There they'll get updates on projects we're doing, current projects, past projects, where they can donate, how they can help. So yeah, that's the best.
Well, awesome. You guys make sure to check that out. I'm sure we'll have a link below. It's great that you guys are able to do so much for not only the economics down here, but the community as a whole with giving back food. And I'm sure having all these boats come in and go to the local restaurants, get fuel, it really helps stir things up.
It helps with.
Yeah, that's really, really great. Or what advice would you have to somebody that would like to come and fish in this tournament? Do you have any advice or words of wisdom?
For this right now, if you can get in today or tomorrow, you have time to sign up on Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, give it hell.
Or maybe for next year if they can't get down here in time.
Next year, just plan on normal chain of events.
Okay.
We'll be here for the 2 weeks doing the LCO. We're going to extend LCO 1 day, so it's going to be 3 days fishing for Los Cabos and 3 days fishing for black and blue. Give everyone a chance, an extra day on the front end to potentially catch a few $1 million fish.
Wouldn't we all want a chance at that? Do you have any advice for the people that are fishing, or have you heard of any superstitions when it comes to good or bad luck on these fishing excursions?
Well, the superstition after a storm, you get the guys who've been fishing forever. They say, some of them say fishing's going to be terrible. Some say it might be great.
Yeah.
It's a hit or miss.
I'm sure the bait's stirred up, though.
But that's what I'm thinking, bait's stirred up. Fish are feeding right now. So, who knows? As long as it didn't push them away, then we're happy.
We're going to have a good time then.
We just need one slammer, but we hope everyone is going out there. They come down here to have fun and catch fish. Mainly, they're fishermen. They want bloody decks, and we want them to have bloody decks. We don't want to be hanging things behind us. So
the two tournaments being combined, how many total entries do you have?
We don't really know at this point. We're hoping for 150.
Okay.
We'd be happy with. Individually, per se, last year we had 200 and about 250 for black and blue.
Okay.
So some of the teams, some of the charters will only fish Los Cabos, and then some will only fish black and blue. Some fish both. But most teams that come down fish LCO first and then straight into the black and blue.
Oh, right.
So.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, the storm has taken a toll on everybody, it seems.
Yeah.
But I like to see that y'all are making the most of it and giving back to the community while doing it and showing the world some big fish.
That's right. Someone bring us a big fish.
What are some of the unique characteristics of this tournament? I know that they have like a certain mile radius.
Right. So there's a 50-mile grid based off the point here, so they can fish Pacific side, Sea of Cortez side. Shotgun starts at 7 a.m. By 4:30, if they're not hooked up, lines come out of the water. If they are hooked up, they have till 9 o'clock to boat the fish and get here to the weigh station. And what else makes it unique is all right here. There'll be people lying down both ways. We'll have bands going on the stage.
Oh, awesome.
We'll be up on top throwing beads to everyone.
Oh, awesome.
It's pretty much a weigh station party, waiting for fish, and we'll hang one. Everyone comes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I believe the boats come in every night, right?
Correct. Yeah. So they come back. They have to be at the start boat right out here in the bay every morning. We don't do overnights like some of the other tournaments in the States do and all that.
So we'll be having a weigh-in every night.
Every night. Yeah.
So it sounds like we're going to be on a little bit of a bender this week, huh?
Yeah. Drink your water.
Oh, gosh.
In between.
Well, we're super excited to be here. This is our first time here for both Bisbees Black and Blue and LCO, and we're really proud to be a sponsor. And what do you think about Boaters List?
Yeah, well, we're happy as hell to have you guys here. What you offer, I was just saying that earlier, I equivalate you, well, not equivalate, but it's the same principle as Angie's List, Boaters List. You know, anything you need, no matter what marina, port you're going to, go on you guys. You need fuel. You got an emergency going on. You guys offer that. It's a network of anyone using your application, you know, to stay in touch. But right now with the storm, I'm sure you guys got used up, and just in anything that touches the water in the boating world, everyone stick together. So
yeah, it's your ultimate marine companion for everything in Cabo. All right, guys. Well, Blake's been getting tapped on his shoulder. He's got a few more setup things to take care of, but I want to thank you for having Boaters List at Los Cabos and the Bisbees Black and Blue. And
thank you. We're happy to have you all here. So.
Well, we're excited to see some big fish.
Want to get it this year.
Yeah, 2023.